the way because it's got to be 20 minutes. Is it filming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mr. Jackson has just told me that it hurts when he stretches his foot, which makes me think that we will do more during his next workout with stretching. We don't think about stretching our feet a lot, but that can lead to a lot of injury, especially the older we get and we begin to lose lean muscle mass and we begin to lose the elasticity in our ligaments. And we have to have issues with arthritis and losing bone density. So we will make sure that we stretch more next time. All right, so you've gone through all those sets, Mr. Jackson, and I appreciate that. Now we're going to do a stability ball throw. I want you to remain seated on the stability ball. And I have here just a simple little ball. And this is going to work on your balance. Again, please keep your core engaged. And we're just going to toss this ball back and forth. Okay? This is not supposed to be strenuous. It's going to help you with your balance. Make sure that you remain nice and tall for me. Keep that core engaged as you do this. Keep your feet turned inward. Good job. And if you would raise your elbows up, you'd get more of this workout in your arms. Good job. Good job, Mr. Jackson. You're a natural at this. Did you play ball when you were back in high school?
No, but I did play a lot of soccer with my cousins.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so that's our first set. So then we would let you rest for a few minutes. Do you need any water? You doing all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you glad you came in today?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, very good. I'm younger than you. You don't have to call me ma'am. So let's go into our next set.
I do it out of respect. My mother taught me to do that.
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe we get you on the basketball court after a while. You think you can do that at your age, Mr. Jackson?
I know. My dad was really good at basketball, so maybe.
Well, I'm sure he was a wonderful man. Okay, so those are the sets of the balance ball throw. The next thing that we're going to do is going to be a rotation chest pass. So, Mr. Jackson, if you wouldn't mind standing for me. And my lovely assistant is going to roll this balance ball out of here so we won't have any injuries. Now, the rotation chest pass, I'm going to stand in front of you. Let's see here. So, we're going to twist at the waist and pass. And as you do this exercise, we want to keep our hips and feet in line with one another. And we're just moving from the waist upward. We're keeping our core engaged. And again, this is giving us more control and balance in our upper body. Make sure, please, that you exhale on the throw. And you're breathing throughout. It's a tendency sometimes, especially when we get started with exercise, we want to hold our breath. And that, again, can lead to injury. And with you being hypertensive, it can be bad for that as well. Very good, Mr. Jackson. I appreciate that. And let me get my template. Our next exercise is our single leg extend forward. Mr. Jackson is going to hold on to the wall to balance himself. Take one step closer to them because I want you to stand up nice and tall. And then I want you to extend that leg that's away from the wall out as far as you can. Just comfortably up off the floor. And then we're going to sit it down. We're going to lift it up and we're going to do those for 30 seconds apiece. And then put those down. And this is to help him regain balance of his legs. We did the upper body, now we're doing the lower body. And then we would turn and do the other leg, lift up. Make sure your core is engaged, Mr. Jackson. And then you want to also inhale. And I'm going to come around and look at your form. Good job. Good job. I hear you breathing. You're doing wonderful. Stop, take 4 seconds. Core and balance part of our exercise routine. Now we're going to do the resistance. I only have 2 resistance exercises for Mr. Jackson because it's his first day exercising. So we're going to do the dumbbell bench press, and then we're going to do the sit and stand, just holding the dumbbells. So if you please give me the ball. And Mr. Jackson, I want you again to sit comfortably on the ball. But then I'm going to help you walk out until your shoulders are on the ball. And you're going to have one of the dumbbells. You're going to lift it and bring it back down. Thank you. Lift and back down. Exhale on the lift. Back down. I'm going to keep that back straight. If you come down, you'll know you're good enough because you won't have to support your own head. It can relax on the ball. And then you can just sit the dumbbell on the floor. Take your time and walk back up until you're sitting on the ball. And those will be your bench presses.
Okay.
So, are you comfortable on the ball?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and walk out, and I'll hand the dumbbell to you. Make sure to lift up here, if you don't mind me touching on your waist. Make sure that you keep your body kind of square. And we're going to lift up. This is working on your balance. You're having to stabilize, right? You're having to keep your body in line as you do this. Keep your core engaged also. Because as I've said, we want to make sure that I'm thinking about you sitting and standing and doing your daily activities. And it's important that you have balance in your extremities. In your core, definitely, because all of your movements generate from there. But you want to make sure that your arms and legs can handle any workload that you need them to handle. So we're going to, and then I want you to sit it beside of you. We would do 3 sets of those, 5 apiece. So you've done your 3 sets, 5 apiece, and then roll back up. And then I just want you to grab both dumbbells and please walk over to the chair. And I want you to practice sitting and standing, just holding the dumbbell. So have a seat. And exhale as you stand up. And as you sit, try to come straight up and go straight down. This is going to strengthen your muscles and help you with that sitting and standing. Stand up. Good job. And now sit down. Please turn your feet in for me because you have them coming kind of outward. And hold your head up. One of the things I'm concerned with you being hypertensive is holding your breath. So we want to make sure that the airway is always open between your, in your throat. Okay, between your nose and your throat. Have a seat. Exhale here. Good job. Wonderful, wonderful. You're doing wonderfully. This is going to strengthen your lower back, your legs, which is a very large muscle group. It's the largest muscle group in your body. If the dumbbells are getting too heavy, we can sit them to the side and you can just work on the sitting and the standing. You okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wonderful. Very good. Very good. I bet you never thought about how your whole body was engaged in the sitting and the standing. Okay, so go ahead and rest. I'm going to give you a 10-second rest on those since we're having kind of a slow pace. And then we can go and get back at it. Are you originally from Fayetteville?
No, I'm actually from Lexington. But then like a few years after living there, my parents took me to Fayetteville. It's pretty much my permanent home.
Okay. Well, I'm very nice to. It's very, very good to meet you. I'm very glad you came in today. You're my first client.
Really?
Yes.
I almost thought it was your 100 because you're doing really well.
Well, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and do the sitting and standing one more time. This is your second set. And we're going to do these at a slow pace. And I want you to do 5. Sit. And again, Mr. Jackson, let's turn those feet forward. And you may need to step out a little farther to keep your feet forward. I've noticed that when you sit and stand, that may actually help you. Look at me and sit. Wonderful, wonderful. You'll be doing that CrossFit in no time. You know, I read about a woman who was 77 years old, and she was running a half marathon and lifting weights and everything. And she started late in life. Exercise is beneficial at every stage in your life. You can recover bone density. You can get elasticity back in your ligaments and tendons. You make sure that you, in addition to this, eat right. He's also asked about advice for his diet, and I have advised Mr. Jackson to eat a diet low in sugar, low in fatty foods. He wants to make sure that he has his fiber. And I've given him examples as well as some websites that he can go to get meal plans. Now, I am not a registered. That was your 5 sets. I have advised Mr. Jackson. I have told him these things, but they have to be checked out by his doctor and a registered dietitian. I am not a registered dietitian, so I am not constructing a meal plan for him, but I am advising him on certain things that I have studied that he will clear with his doctor, that are safe to eat and that are going to help keep his blood pressure low. As he does the core exercises and comes in for our exercise appointments, what should happen over time is that his balance is going to increase. In addition to his vessels dilating, and that's going to make his blood pressure go down because it won't be so much stress. Also, his heart is going to get stronger, so that he will, his heart, the load on his heart won't be as bad. So you can't see it, but as his outer muscles get stronger, also his heart muscle will get stronger also, and that is going to be beneficial to him. And potentially, as has happened with some patients, he'll be able to come off of his blood pressure medication. So we've gotten through the resistance portion of our exercise, and we did the dumbbell and we did the sit and stand. So now we're going to do the cool down, and this is the rotation stretch. So Mr. Jackson, I want you to put your hands on your hips. The purpose of the cool down, Mr. Jackson, is to get your heart rate back to as close to normal when you came in. Now, it's not going to be what your resting heart rate was when you came in, but it is going to be slower. So what we're going to do, and let me demonstrate it for you first, is from the waist, we're going to just make sure that we turn. I want your knees to remain soft. Some people rock them out, and it looks kind of like they're backwards or they're bowing back. Keep them soft. You know if they're soft, if you can kind of give me a little bounce here. And then what we want to do is, as they're soft, keep your core engaged, and we're just going to turn our body and turn back to the middle. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale back to the middle, exhale, engaging your core, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and as you engage your core, that's going to, inhale, exhale. As you engage your core, that's going to help stabilize you. Inhale, exhale, and help you prevent injury. Inhale, exhale. One more time, back to the middle. Inhale, exhale. Drop the hands. Very good, Mr. Jackson. The next thing we're going to do is overhead arm stretch. So we're going to reach that one hand up. Good job, Mr. Jackson. Inhale, exhale. This is the relaxing part of our exercise, of our routine. So if you feel like you're relaxing, that's the exact point. Inhale, exhale. Very good. Inhale. You're natural. You're making this very easy for me. Exhale. Do me a favor. I see your head going down a little bit as you're inhaling, and that's going to cut off your air. So try to keep your chin parallel to the ground, okay? Inhale. Very good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So those are overhead stretch. We're going to do the side bend stretch. We're going to put our hands on our legs, and we're going to use our middle finger as a guide. Try to get to the top of your knee. And we're going to exhale. Inhale. Sorry about that. Exhale, slide, and just have that touch the knee. Try not to push your body out. We just want that's your top part to go over. Inhale. Exhale. If it helps, inhale. You can bring that other arm up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, over time, if you can reach farther than that, that would be wonderful. We're going to go to the wall for a calf stretch because we did some calf exercises on the ball. I mean, when we raised our heel up on the ball, so we want to make sure that we stretch the calves. So we put our foot on the wall, and then Mr. Jackson, as you lean forward, you're going to feel that stretch in your calf. You can also do these at home. Sometimes from sitting, we feel tired. Our body will feel tired. And it's good just to do this one sometimes throughout the day. When you get up and come back from going to the restroom, or get ready to make you something to eat while you're waiting in the kitchen, you can do these. You can switch. And then press into the wall. And if you're not feeling the stretch, try to press that foot more. So we would do 2 sets of those because 60 seconds apiece, just once on each side. And then he would get on the bike for 10 minutes. So we're going to have a 15-minute cool down. The entire workout worked out to about 25 minutes. And Mr. Jackson is going to come and see me 5 days a week to do this exercise. And over the course of the next 2 weeks to a month, we'll be looking at his progress. And as he progresses through the OPT model, once his balance increases, we will give him more challenging exercises so that they will meet the needs of his body. Because the more we exercise, our body answers the demands that we put on it, and then we must place new demands on it so it will have a new challenge. So, Mr. Jackson, I want to thank you for coming out today.
No problem. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you for allowing us to film you. And you have a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to seeing you, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. All right. You have a good day.
Cut.